Hello friends, we are going to discuss mensuration second part today. As we have discussed about what exactly the meaning of mensuration in the previous part of our mathematical discussion, I have told you about the standard quadrilaterals like rectangle and square. Today we will discuss in detail about square, what type of questions an examiner can frame in order to make you visualize, make you understand the concept, right? In this mensuration, as I have told you that today we will discuss about the square, you people are already having an idea what exactly the square is. So I am going to tell you what exactly the square is and what you can do in order to understand square. Square is a quadrilateral in which we are having all the set of sides equal. That means, as we know, quadrilateral means a closed figure which consists of or which is having four straight lines. A figure which is bounded with a four straight line is called a quadrilateral. And square is a quadrilateral, but it's a special type of quadrilateral in which we are having all the sides equal. That means AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA. So if I am considering the one side, the length of one side is A, centimeter, meter, kilometer, whatever. So all the sides will consist or will have the same measurement. So A. There is no B, C, D, E, F, right? In order to understand about the sides. Now the diagonal is a line which is joining the opposite vertex in a quadrilateral. So this is a diagonal. In a square we are having two diagonals and both the diagonals are equal of length. This is the point of intersection which we have taken as O. O is a point of intersection where these two diagonals intersect each other. And the special characteristics are diagonals intersect each other at 90 degree. Means like these two diagonals, if they intersect at 90 degrees. And they bisect each other. That means OB is equals to OD, OC is equals to OA. And since both the diagonals are of equal length, so the half of the length is also equal, and hence AO is equals to OC is equals to OB is equals to OD. So the diagonal after bisection they are equal. Now we will talk about yesterday. I've already told you, not yesterday, in the previous video I have already elaborated about the perimeter. So the perimeter of a square is nothing but the 4 into side. If side is A, so we will call it 4 into A. So this is the perimeter of a square. And the area of a square is as I have told you, this is the line AB which is going to sweep this plane. So how much it is going to sweep this AB line? It's going to sweep up till A distance. So the area is this line A into how much it is going to sweep is another A. So this is A into A means A square, right? So I think you people understood about it. Next is that you may say that, sir, I understood what exactly this is. Now what exactly are type of questions? We say what type of questions they are going to frame. So from this particular square part, they can frame several set of questions. Now what are those set of questions? I'm going to elaborate it here. So there is a case 1. What is the case 1? In case 1, they may give you sides. Sides are given. So given. If sides are given, then what you'll do? If sides are given, then they may ask you to find area, calculate. They may ask you to calculate the perimeter, calculate. They may ask you to calculate the diagonal, calculate. right? These are the set of things which they may ask you to calculate when the side is given. At least this should be given, because we know when the side is given, the area of the square is a into a, and the perimeter is 4 into a, and with the help of this, using Pythagoras theorem, here in this triangle a b c, since this is 90-degree over here, so right angle triangle, we can use the Pythagoras theorem and we can find out the diagonal, right? So next, what they can ask you in the case 2, they may ask you, case 2, they may give you area will be given. They may ask you to find out the side, find out the perimeter, and they may ask you, like if it is a ground, they may ask you how much money you need to spend in order to cultivate it, in order to put the fencing around it. Like there are so many things they may ask you. Now what is the case 3? Similarly, case 3, in case 3 they might give you the perimeter. They will give you perimeter, and they'll ask you to find out the rest of the things, like area, like side, like the cost of fencing, like blah blah blah, so many things. So you have to understand what exactly is given in the question, and accordingly you'll proceed. Case 4, they may give you the total cost of fencing. So total cost they may give you, total cost of fencing. So if the total cost of fencing is given, and they'll give you that 1 meter's cost is this much. तो जैसा आप देख रहे हैं कि केस 4 में वो क्या करेगा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा टोटल कॉस्ट दे देगा, and rate of fencing, like he'll or the examiner will give you rate per rate per meter or per centimeter, whatever rate they'll give you, that this is the total cost and this is the rate at what they have purchased. Calculate the side, calculate area, calculate perimeter, calculate diagonal, and so on and so on. These type of questions, if for example they have told you that let us talk about this. In this is a square field. There is a square field. A farmer wants to fence around this field, and farmer did this fencing around the field. Total expenditure, total cost of fencing, for example, total cost of the wire is rupees this much. Only single line of wire this farmer has kept around the square field. Now 1 meter cost is this much. So total fencing, total how much money the farmer has expend on this, per that rate also So if you divide them, you'll get the length of the wire used. Length of the wire is nothing but the perimeter of this, and then from that calculation you can calculate the side of the square. From that side of the square you can calculate the area of the field, side into side, and so on. The rest of the things you can calculate. So these are some cases, different cases examiner may ask you, right? So side case is given. One more case is given, in which this is the 5th one, when there is a diagonal given to you. They'll give you the diagonal, right? They'll give you the diagonal. Diagonal will be given to you. You have to calculate the area, calculate perimeter, calculate side, right? So these are the things which you have to calculate with the help of the given content or the given thing. So these are the different 5 cases. Now on the basis of these 5 cases, we will go one by one for the questions. So the question in which one side is given and they'll ask you the area and perimeter. Second case, when the area is given and they'll ask you about the side or perimeter or any other thing. Third case, when the perimeter is given and they'll ask you to find out the side and area. In furthermore, they may give you the total cost of fencing or the total cost of putting grass on the ground, and the per meter square cost is this much. How much is the side, or how much is a perimeter. Like that way they may frame question. In the last case, they may give you the diagonal and the corresponding values you have to calculate. Now we will talk about questions one by one. Okay, so here it goes. Okay, so here is the first question, that is case 1. Find the area of a square ABCD whose side is 10 meter. So the side is given. Now we will calculate this thing with the help of given data. Now let us talk about it. अब देखो, इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर whose side is given 10 meter. So what is given? Given, you have to write given. What is given? Side. How much it is? 10 meter. What you have to calculate? To calculate, what you have to calculate? Area. Now area only you have to calculate. We know that. So solution. What is the solution and how it goes? Solution is, we know that, we know everything, right? What we know, area of square is equals to side into side, and this is, what is the side here? Side is 10 meter into 10 meter. So this is nothing but 10 into 10, 100 meter into meter, meter square, 100 meter square. Do you understand? So in case if the area you have to calculate and side is given, simple formula, side into. In that same case, you can also find out the perimeter. Perimeter also you can find. Yes, you can find perimeter also. How? It's very simple. I'll tell you how to find out the perimeter in certain cases. Okay. Perimeter of square. What is the formula of perimeter of square? 4 into side. You know the side. 4 into 10. How much it is? 40 meter. That's it. So I think case 1 is very much clear to all of my tier students. Case 2. One by one. Acha, we'll do one thing. Whatever the cases are there, now it's your time to ask questions on the basis of these different cases. There are several cases I have told you. On by keeping this several cases in your mind, you frame questions. 2 questions from second case, 2 questions from third case, 2 questions from fourth case, 2 questions on fifth case. You frame questions, and all these questions you post in the comment, and definitely we all sit together to solve those set of questions in our coming video, right? So you just take help from this. I think you understood what exactly things are. Similarly, you can go for the rectangle. Rectangle is also similar type of quadrilateral, but there is a slight difference. In this, opposite sides are equal. This is length and this is breadth. So this is also opposite to B is B and opposite to L is length, right? So you have to use these values. Instead of using directly this stuff, we can go for this corresponding values, like here. What exactly we can do? Perimeter of rectangle is equals to twice of L plus B. If you want to derive this formula, you can watch the previous video or the part 1 video. Area of rectangle is equals to length into breadth, right? So by using these things in your next coming cases, like the cases will remain same. If length and breadth is given, area is given, then you have to find out the, if area and length is given, you have to find out the breadth. If the breadth is given and the area is given, you have to find out the length, right? Similar way. So in this case, only 2 quantities are there. Basically, one is there, only side. If you know the side, you can find anything. If you know the area, you can find out the side, and if you know the side, you after calculating side, you can find anything. Similarly, in this case, you need to know two quantities, because there are the three variables. Area is a one variable which you don't know, length is another variable, and breadth is another variable. So there are the three things. So in order to calculate any of the two, like perimeter is also consists of three things: perimeter, length, and breadth. Earlier what was there? Perimeter and side, area and side. So if two quantities are involved and you know one quantity, you can find out the next quantity. But in this case, in case of a rectangle, you must know two quantities. Either you know the area and length, right? Or you know area or breadth, or you know length or breadth. Then only you can find out the remaining quantities: perimeter, length, and breadth. If you know the length and breadth, you can find out the perimeter. If you know the perimeter, you can, and you want to calculate length, you must know the breadth also. So in this particular stuff, we need to calculate anything. In case of a rectangle, we must know at least two quantities. Then only we will be able to solve this thing. So in the next video, we will talk about more in more detail with a different set of numericals. Okay, so I think you understood about it. Now if you like this video, please give thumbs up, and if it is helpful to you, then also you put thumbs up. Share with your friends so that they can this type of videos are going to be helpful for the people, those who are really struggling with the maths. And nothing much. If you have not yet subscribed, please do it. Thank you guys, have fun.